Well, has Crisis killed Earth-16? Did the events of Crisis completely destroy our chances for Season 5 of Young Justice? We saw so many alternate Earths consumed by the Anti-Monitor, with clearly more to come in Part 3. Is Earth-16 one of these? And has this trilogy basically killed the chances for more Young Justice? Let's take a couple minutes to talk about Crisis and Young Justice and whether or not this is impacting the future of the show. Now, before we do that though, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. We do daily Marvel and DC videos, and we want to be your place for all the superhero news, but we're going to bring it to you truthfully and transparently so you are in the know. Well, like it or not, the current trilogy of Crisis films coming from DC Animation have been somewhat of an interesting romp through the history of DC Animation. We have gotten lots of really interesting characters coming from different Earths, and in some cases from other animated universes. We know that Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill are joining Part 3 from the Batman the Animated Series universe. We also saw Terry McGinnis, aka Batman Beyond, as part of Part 2 of the Crisis event. And in a recent trailer for Part 3, we actually had two big reveals. One of them was the classic 1970s Super Friends, and the other one was Aya, who's from typically the Green Lantern, the animated series, but that definitely wasn't a CGI version of the character, and I have to wonder if she's her Earth-16 variant. Now, if you guys remember, in Season 4, we actually caught up with Razor, and it basically made the Green Lantern, the animated series, well, Young Justice adjacent and somewhat part of the canonical timeline. Now, in that episode, we saw Razor don both a red and a blue ring, kind of finding balance within himself, and by the end of the episode, after he saved the day, he went on his journey looking for Aya. Now, that's where the animated series left us off, with him on his search for his lost love. Now, when I saw the Part 3 trailer and caught a glimpse of Aya, I had a ton of questions. Now, typically, a lot of characters who have been imported into this show retain most of their characteristics from their original animation, and that version of Aya is definitely not the CGI version we got in the original GL series. This has made me wonder if she was pulled from Earth-16. And given the number of planets that are being destroyed in this event, I do have to wonder if Earth-16 is one of them. I think we probably have to face that possibilities that this event is being used to completely reset the DC animated universe timeline in all directions, with the future moving forward under the leadership of James Gunn and being very, very constrained to the new DCU. This begs the question if the current Crisis event has killed Earth-16. Now, we haven't seen any other Young Justice characters throughout the show, but we still haven't seen Part 3, and with the appearance of Aya, well, the only two worlds she's ever shown up on are the Green Lantern series and in Young Justice, so I am very, very concerned that Young Justice could fall victim to the Crisis event. Now, we have no official indication that this is exactly what's going on, but it's something to consider moving forward. Greg Weisman and team have never shied away that this is Earth-16, but many of these other alternate universes are definitely being destroyed, and if you watch the Part 3 trailer, you know many more are falling victim to the Anti-Monitor. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean Young Justice can never move forward. We are getting another season of Harley Quinn, and that's another animated show on an alternate Earth that seemingly has survived unscathed. So Young Justice could, well, be just fine. Obviously, behind the scenes, they can move the goalpost whenever they want. And I think it doesn't kill the chances for Young Justice, but it definitely could be used as a reason that Young Justice Season 5 hasn't happened. The brass at WB Animation could simply say this is one of the worlds that fell victim to the Crisis event and then move forward, never giving us the resolution we're all hoping for. I really hope Greg Weisman or Brandon Vietti or somebody on the Young Justice crew kind of chimes in about this moving forward. It is something I am genuinely wondering and worried about, and I would hate to see the show get clipped by an external event, but if they're not going to do a Season 5, well, there might not be a reason for them not to do it. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comments below.